Hey, it's Frank from 4D Honeybee, and lo and behold, I have a queen cell. The top of that Demaree split, as you saw in my last video, yielded one single solitary queen cell, which is very small, but I've made queens from that size queen cell. So I figure I got nothing to lose. I'm going to try and split it. I'm going to take that queen cell. I'm going to take some brood and a lot of nurse bees, as many as I can, into a 4-frame split, a little nuke box, and see if I can make a split on 4D Honeybee. Okay, so firstly I'm going to grab the frame that queen cell was on, and then I'm going to grab maybe the second frame of brood that was in this top box. There's not much brood in there, that's the problem, but maybe I'll just take the bees from that second frame. Because there's not much, because the brood is mostly hatched out at the top, there's not many nurse bees left up here anymore. And we need nurse bees for that split. All right. Okay, so I think it was this white frame that had the queen cell on it. It's funny, like it's getting close to sunset now, as you can see the long shadows. Come on, Smoker, you gotta get going here. So it's like 3 hours later than I wanted to do this, and I wasn't expecting to find a queen cell, but isn't that the way it always works? It does in beekeeping, at least in my beekeeping world it does. Alright, now this smoke is happening. Look at that bad boy. Okay, let's go. Let there be smoke. Just going to have a look at this frame as well. Very heavy with honey. Nectar. They need a honey frame, so I'm going to take that one as well. Now let's see if we find that queen cell here. Maybe it was the next frame. Oh, there it is right there. See that? Right in the middle there. And it is just about ready to hatch. There's bees all over it. So they're definitely interested in it. The problem is there's just not much brood left on this frame. So there's not many nurse bees going in. Okay, so the queen is in. Or sorry, the queen cell is in. I think there was a bit of brood left over on this frame as well. Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of brood here. All these are nurse bees, so I'm going to shake these bees in the box. Okay, so I'm going to shake these bees into the box because I need a full brood frame, not a partial one like that. But there are nurse bees on here, which we want to keep. The nurse bees should stay. Just going to give you a wider view of what I'm doing here, and I'm going to put some gloves on because there's going to be a lot of bees in the air very shortly. Okay, let's get you right about here. Okay, so in this hive here, you recall I moved a couple of brood frames up to try to entice the nurse bees to come up and to get them building faster. So I'm going to check out those two brood frames and see how they're doing. If they're doing well, I'm going to dump them right in here too, and this will now have 3 brood frames. First I'm going to close up this box. We're all done up here. Good job, girls. You did what you're supposed to do. Close it up. I don't want to take any more resources out of this box because I want this box to make honey. This is my honey hive for this year, and the others are my bee multiplication hives. That's the plan anyway. So you can, I'm just going to show you the number of bees in the box so far. That's not bad for 2 frames, but we need many more bees. And so we're going to grab 2 more brood frames. They've got 1 full frame of honey. Hopefully the frames that come in, how are you there? You see everything? Hopefully the brood frames that come in from this box do have some honey as well. But I'm also going to leave them a pollen patty as well. What I really want is 2 full frames of brood and nurse bees. Let's see if it works. I've got an excluder on this hive as well, so there's no concerns about the queen being up here, but we'll always check anyway. Let's get the outside, 1 outside frame away so I can have some room to work. There's a decent number of bees up here, look. It's good. Well, they're drawing these out nicely. Oh yeah, wow, these frames are heavy already. Just look at how they're drawing these out, eh? We brought 2 frames of brood up. Okay, there's no excluder here. I thought I'd put an excluder up there so that the queen couldn't be up here, but I didn't. Okay, this next 2 frames should be full of brood. And they are. Well, this one's full of honey. On this side, anyway. Yeah, all the brood has hatched out. A few days too late for this one. Yeah, same, all this brood has hatched out. Just a little bit of brood here, and that's just not going to be enough. So I think I'm going to go back into the original hive and steal a couple brood frames from that hive. Problem is, I got to make sure I don't take the queen. Now, if I do take the queen, it's not really the end of the world, other than the fact that I'm slowing down this hive, which I didn't really want to do. That's the honey production hive. If I do accidentally take the queen, then they're going to make a split anyway. They're going to make a new queen anyway. So again, there's very little downside to it, but I'll take my time. I will grab a couple frames. I might even grab some frames with eggs on them, because that way, if the one queen cell here doesn't hatch, then they can make more queen cells. So let's see. Let's go back to here. I'm kind of rushed for time just because it's late in the day. It's a nice day and the foraging is all coming to an end. So these bees are not going to be happy with me doing all this right now. But it's got to be done because that queen cell is 14 days old. And if you look at most charts, I think most charts have the queen hatching out at or around the 14-day mark. So we can't be messing around. Now a couple of frames here are where we're starting to see eggs. And again, that might be where the queen is. As long as I don't take 2 frames worth of eggs, then I'm okay. So I'll try to find like a frame of cat brood and then a frame of eggs. And Bob's your uncle. I mean, if I could find the queen, that would be awesome too. But why make things easy? Wearing my gloves now because I have to work a little more quickly. I just want to make sure. Quickly means a little more carelessly as well. Hate to admit it, but it does. So I don't want to worry too much about where I put my fingers now. Let's look at this frame. Wide open frame. And the next couple of frames is where we start to find eggs and brood. And maybe the queen, you never know. So this frame has pollen. And some larvae and nectar, and the other frame is all basically eggs and larvae. But I'm going to try the next one over. I think the next one is better. Yeah, this one's loaded with brood on this side. Trying to look for the queen too. It would really be a bonus if I could spot the queen. And here's eggs, larvae, brood. Beautiful frame. So this frame's going in. Okay, now I didn't get further than this frame on the last inspection, so we'll see if maybe the queen is over here. Oh, look at that beautiful cat brood. Another beautiful cat brood frame. So I'm going to put this one in. Again, I'm looking for the queen. I know I've left behind eggs, so we're okay there. Okay, let's see if we can find the queen. We'll keep working our way through this box. Try to find the queen just to get some certainty, but it's not going to change anything that I do. Nice brood frame. And another nice capped brood frame. Last time I found the queen, it was on the next frame there. Let's see. Got very excitable now. Wow. There's the queen right there. Nice. Right on the same frame as she was last time. Good work, girl. Keep going. Okay, so I'm going to take one more frame of nurse bees and shake them in there. It weakens this hive a little bit, but at this point, the split is more important. So let's get these guys down a little ways. Go to the next frame over. Grab it, push the bees in, and then we're going to shut down this new box. That's going to be it. I'm also going to put a pollen patty in this box just to make sure they have enough resources. Just probably a half of one. They did have some good resources as far as honey goes, but the pollen is a little shy, so. Okay, so let's get some more nurse bees in, just one shake's worth, and that should be good. So again, this frame had a lot of brood on it, so all these bees, or most of these bees, are nurse bees. So they're going in. So now we'll close up that box, and the split is done. Now we're going to bring the queen over more towards the center because Both of these frames have brood on them. So we'll bring them over and we'll put the new frames on the outside. Okay. Just going to space them, then we're going to close up this box and I'll show you the nuke box where the split that I just did resides. So let's show you the split now. This is it. I'll just show you, I'll just lift the lid quickly because I don't want to lose too many bees. So there's bees on all 4 frames. Pollen patty. Nurse bees will stay, foragers will go, and Demaree split ends up being a success. Well, again, I put eggs in that frame, in that box as well, just in case that one queen cell doesn't hatch, but I'm pretty confident. So, gotta let those bees sit now. I'll give them probably just a week to have a look to see if that queen emerged. Even if the queen emerged, it's probably another week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks before she gets out, mates, comes back, pregnant, starts laying eggs. So I'm not concerned about that. Just concerned about making more bees at 40 honeybee. So here's a final look at the split nuke box that I just created. It's got 4 good frames of nurse bees, 3 frames of capped brood, actually 2 frames of capped brood, 1 frame of larvae and eggs. I've left the entrance open a little bit, so about halfway, as you can see there, so that they can defend themselves if they need to. Again, there won't be much foraging going on, but they also have 1 entire frame of honey, nectar, and I gave them 2 pollen patties as well, so they should be able to feed all those bees for the next little while. And you can see the yard's looking different, eh? What a change, what a difference a year makes. A year ago, I don't even think I had the bees in late May, maybe around then, I don't know, I'll check it, but I did have a bear rampage through and knock my 2 hives down to 1. And again, because of the generosity of the bee community, one guy in particular I mentioned a lot, 86 Off-Road, Derek Bowden, I was able to bounce back. I was fortunate to have 3 hives going into the winter, and 3 hives survived in the spring. So that was a really good way to start. Now, maybe we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And more to come. There'll be more splits happening very soon. At 40 honeybee.